I've been pretty serious and heavy duty on this, but you know, we have had over the years the old guys that we never hear about them. They're never going to get an Order of Canada. They're never going to become Sir Whatchamacallit or another because they're gun guys. I'd like to tell you a little bit about a friend of mine who's passed away a number of years back. His name is Stan Beaumont. Stan Beaumont was a little short, stocky guy. Uh, he was an orphan, raised by the Salvation Army. He joined the Royal Canadian Navy at a young age and was a Korean War veteran where he was one of the tribal destroyers up and down the coast of Korea, shelling everything inland as far as their guns would go, providing mobile artillery support for the NATO troops on land. He went out, he moved around a little bit, and when he was about 30, he decided he needed to settle down and make a career out of himself, so he went back to school and became a teacher, an art teacher. But Stan was also an avid gun collector, and he was a man that didn't take a lot of garbage from anybody. I was going to use a different word, but the garbage will do. So when things started happening like this, Stan was very upset. He had a Feather AT-22, and if you want to look that up in your Gun Digest or something, it's just a little 22 caliber semi-automatic rifle, fairly lightweight. The sort of thing that a short, stocky, short-armed sort of person might want to use for hunting gophers or small game, or just shooting at targets. That was one of the guns that Kim Campbell prohibited. Now, most people either just hid them in the back 40 someplace, or they chopped them up, or had them chopped up by the RCMP in some cases. But no compensation, by the way. Stan made his into a lamp, which he took to gun shows and farmers markets and stuff, and he told people about Kim Campbell and her gun laws. And then he took the next step. He had himself made, and I'm looking for a picture of this if anybody out there has one, I hope you'll send it to me. He had a prisoner's outfit, a traditional black and white striped with a little pill bottom hat, and on the back he had a sign, C-17, which is Kim Campbell's gun control bill, made me a criminal. And you know, it's okay to wear it to gun shows and stuff like that. And he wore it out to Wainwright where we had a big rally, 4,000 people. Leon Benoit, first time he really got involved with the firearms issue. But he took that as a delegate to the Conservative Leadership Convention where they picked Kim Campbell as Prime Minister. That little man walked around wearing that outfit, confronting everybody he could talk about it. And that takes an intense amount of confidence and genuine bravery to actually do something like that. His MP at the time was Scott Thorkelson. Their constituency association at the time, the riding association, whatever you want to call it, had agreed that they would support Jean Charest for the first vote, and subsequent to that was anybody but Campbell, ABC. And Thorkelson went over to Campbell, and Stan accosted him. And Thorkelson said, "Oh, sorry boys, that's politics." And so Stan immediately went out and switched parties along with his friend Ted Zimmerman, who we'll talk about a little later on too, another great campaigner that gets no credit. And he started with the Reform Party, started campaigning for them. And they defeated, as you know, if you know your history, the Conservatives of Kim Campbell were annihilated. Only Charest and Elsie Wayne were re-elected. And he kept that grief. And after he passed away, Thorkelson decided he would run again, and Ted Zimmerman, in Stan's memory, rounded up the old team, and they went to that election meeting, and they defeated him. And that's the kind of stuff we're looking for. Those are the kind of commitment. Again, not every day and not every way, but when he did it right, and he did it firmly. Stan Beaumont never forgot. When the Salvation Army sent him donors for money, they had supported Kim Campbell. He sent them a long letter explaining his history, his background, and how he'd sent them thousands and thousands of dollars, and he couldn't support them anymore. They didn't have the courtesy to reply to him. That's Stan. He was a brave man.